Good. Handled the environment very well, communicated well, made plays. Obviously, when you play a defense of that caliber, there's going to be mistakes, and there's some things we can clean up. But overall, I thought he played very well.
What did you like best about what he did?
His poise and confidence and demeanor, the way he communicated and the way he responded to good plays and bad plays. He just kept bouncing back, kept competing. Loved his competitive nature and how hard he played. He got hit, stood in there, made some tight window throws, and I thought he saw the field very well. I thought he for the most part, made pretty good decisions.
What was your analysis of the O-line changes and how they performed?
I thought they were overmatched in there. I don't think it had anything to do with the changes, but just playing the front that we played and the guys in the Alabama uniforms. I thought they played very physical, more physical game than we did, and I thought they won the battle up front clearly.
Well, getting the running game going, is that as simple as playing somebody that's not Alabama, but Auburn does?
Yeah, Auburn's very good. Auburn's very, very comparable. Not a lot of people run the ball very effectively against them either. Running the ball comes down to moving the guys up front, getting on people and getting movement, and playing on their side of the line of scrimmage and not playing on your own side of the line of scrimmage. And when you're able to do that, you're able to run the football. When you're not able to do that, it's very difficult.
How do you think Cole did in particular that there really wasn't much of a running game?
I thought he played very well. I think, I base a lot of my stuff on, obviously, the communication that him and I have during the game. It's my 27th year as a coach. Been playing quarterback before that since the 5th grade every year. And I've been in a lot of quarterback coaches' dialogues during the course of a game, if you will. And I can tell a lot about a guy, just how he's communicating with me, how he is, his mindset, his demeanor, what he's seeing, what he's not seeing. Again, I was talking to a very poised, confident player that the moment wasn't too big for him. He was communicating with me clearly what he was seeing. What he was seeing was then verified. That's what actually was happening, and he was making good decisions. He had, like I said, that defense will make you have plays. Every quarterback I watch play against that defense, there's plays where you go, oh my gosh, why did he do that? They just make you do that. They're very fast. They're very physical. They're very complicated. They do a great job pre-snap of showing you one thing, and then after the ball snapped, giving you something different. And I thought Cole responded and handled those things as well as any freshman in his first start would do. And then I thought he made some tremendous plays too. The times I think we hit the ball down inside their 5-yard line 3 times during the game, and a lot of that was because of Cole Kelly, because of the plays he made, and because of things that he did, whether it was on 3rd down or the big post to Jordan Jones on 2nd down, just seeing things and making good decisions. So there's a lot to build on. Obviously, as I mentioned, there's a lot to work on, but there's also a lot of positives to build on and move forward. Things as a coach, one of the big things I look for in recruiting, people always ask you, when you're recruiting a quarterback, what are you looking for? Well, I won't get into all the details, but first off, physically, if they can't do the things you want them to do physically, then you shouldn't recruit them. So physically, you have to look and see if they check all the boxes. But the one thing that I've been doing this now for a while, that the intangible side of it, the mental side of it, is the competitiveness. That's the number one thing that now I really try to look for in a recruit. And I really do think, if you ask me what was the best thing he did Saturday, it would be he competed. And he competed to win the football game. Every play that he was in there, he wanted to give his team a chance to win and competed at that level. And, again, if you got a guy that's going to do that, again, there's a lot you can build around.
What's the biggest teaching moment for him after this game?
Oh, there's a lot of them. I don't know if there's one biggest teaching moment, but there's a lot. There's the interception. Nobody's there. Don't throw the ball away. There's the intentional grounding. You know what I mean? There's just some there's a lot of things to take away from having the ability to a couple times on first down to take what they give you and not try to throw the ball and try to get big plays, and so there are a lot of moments, handle adversity, handle success, and you might say in a game like that, well, you lost 41-9. How much success did you have? Well, him personally, I'm talking about a quarterback. There's, you hit one, you hit another one. You know what I mean? Just handling those situations and playing the next play, the emotional stability that comes along with the position, the interception. How are you going to respond? He came back, and we drove down the field at the end of the game. You know what I mean? Just those things. Again, I said this last week. I think after we played some against South Carolina, is you don't get any of those experiences from a quarterback meeting room. You know what I mean? You don't get them from practice, really. You get them from in the heat of the battle, in the moment, playing the number one team in the country on the road in that environment. And, again, I think that all the experiences that he gets is going to pay dividends for his future.
But based on the 2-minute success you had at the end of the half and then going up tempo in the second half, you guys obviously prepared for that scenario. Going forward, is that something? How often would you want to use that, and is it up Cole's alley?
Yeah, I think it is. It's since I've been here, we have had that in our system, the ability to do that. And again, we kind of pick and choose. Coach Bielema has a lot to do with that. And he gets a feel for the game and the flow of the game, makes suggestions on when we should do it and if we should do it. And I think it'll be a week-to-week thing. It'll be a game-to-game thing. I think some games you're in a rhythm, you're huddling, and you're going good, and the defense is going good, and you know what I mean? And we don't need it right now, or, hey, things aren't going well, we're not moving the ball, whatever those things are, we need to pick it up. Then we're able to hop into it and jump into it. So I think it was good for Cole because I think it allowed him to maybe not sit in the huddle a long time, but to play the next play and get lined up, kept him going, kept him moving, kept him thinking, and he likes to have the ball in his hands anyway. And I think in a lot of those scenarios, there were throws, there was quarterback runs, there was quarterback reads. He had run pass options and those types of things. And I think he really responded very well to that. I thought he played well, and again, I say this a lot too, is he got himself involved more than we got him involved. And what I mean by that is that he had a good week of practice, and he earned trust that when if we put him out there, he was going to know where to go and where to line up and run the right route. And what he did was he did that Saturday, and he had some catches, which now is going to lead to more plays for him, and that'll be a huge plus for us. Anytime you have a receiver with that type of size, the mismatches that he can create in different areas. He showed toughness on that. He caught a spot route and turned and accelerated and tried to split defenders, and with his size, and he's got good ball skills. I think he can be a definite positive addition to our offense.
You spoke about Auburn's defensive front. Like specifically, what are they doing? What are they trying to do?
They're very similar to Alabama. I think Coach Steele is from that tree. You see a lot of similarities. They're playing 3-4 with their guys, and they get into 4 down fronts with their guys. They have a very complex multiple blitz package that they can get into at any time, and the coverage-wise, they're very similar as well. And the D-line plays with great leverage, uses their hands, plays their gaps, and again, just a ton of respect for Coach Steele and the success that he's had, and obviously his reputation, but he's got those guys playing very, very fast and playing very physical.
I thought that was a good play, Alabama against Auburn.
Man, you guys have been here longer than me. It's this league, so this is what we all signed up for. South Carolina's defensive line was very good. Going into that game, I thought they were good. Coming out of the game, I thought they were very, very good. And Alabama, same thing. Auburn, same thing. Every week since I've been here, I don't think I've had a game in the SEC as a coach here that I've looked at the opponent and said, oh, boy, this is a week off. We're going to be able to handle these guys. It's just every week's is a challenge. So it's just part of this league. It's it's a physical league, and you gotta come back Saturday, Sunday. You got to take care of your body. You got to eat right. You got to rest. You got to get in the right frame of mind. And then, because come Saturday, it's going to be another very, very physical football game with a bunch of physical guys.
Brett talked about being 2-4
Well, I think it all starts with first is going 1-0, and you can't win 6 or 7 until you win the next one. So I think our program and our players will have the mindset is that we got to win a football game and beat a very, very good football team. So I think our preparation is going to have to take care of that, and it's got to be one day at a time. I know those are cliches, but it really has to be. It has to be. We have to have a great Monday today, and then move to Tuesday and Wednesday, and then build up, and then come Saturday we got to be in a great frame of mind and be fresh and ready to go.
We had only one catch the other day. Was Alabama just really covering him up?
Yeah, they did a good job on him. He didn't get a lot of room. He had one ball go through his hands early in the game that he had a target and a chance for a catch. But other than that, we weren't trying to not get him the ball, if you will. I thought he didn't create a lot of separation for himself certain times, and then again the other guys did. Jordan Jones had a really productive day. Deion Stewart had a good day, and Brandon had a good day as well.
Couple more. We talked about the last play of the half. Cole went down there to see what was in the official's mind. What did you think about his, just how feisty he is to go do something like that?
Well, it's like I said earlier about what we recruit and what we're trying to recruit is to that competitive nature. Is just he wants to win. He wants to. Every play matters. Every play is important. Every play counts. And he felt like he had a good route structure with a guy coming in on an inside breaking route and had leverage, and the guy got grabbed and held. And I guess he wanted to voice his opinion. Coach Beelum, I'm sure, told him he's the only one that's allowed to talk to the officials, so we'll have to have that talk with him. But I tell you this, you love the feistiness, or you love the competitiveness, and I'd rather have it that way than the other, if you know what I mean. If you're trying to light a fire up with somebody to get him to go out there and compete, much rather have it this way.
Do you sense a buzz around him from the players?
I don't know if it's a buzz, but I do sense that our team has confidence in him. Yes, I do, and I've felt that. Even as far as fall camp in the spring, you know what I mean. There's just he's a real likable guy first and foremost. He's got a really good personality. I think the guys really respect his work ethic. I think they respect his ability, and that's where it really starts for me. And then he'll go have relationships with a lot of different players in our team on both sides of the football. He has a really, like I said, infectious personality, and he's not afraid to laugh at himself and joke around with you about himself, or joke with you, or you know what I mean. And I think that goes a long way with our guys. They see him as a humble guy that tries to really get along and mingle with every guy on the team.
Brett said Austin was really good with him on the sideline. What did you see?
Awesome. Just Austin was great. He first foremost, he was very disappointed he couldn't play. I mean, it was, it's difficult. He guy's a senior and he's missing these big games. But I thought he handled it outstanding. He was a real help to me. He was a real help to Cole, and he had great input. He had great suggestions, and he gave us a lot of really good, valuable information. And I know he was a calming presence for Cole.
Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.